Hello and warm welcome to everyone joining us today. I'm your host Dalvinder Kaur from lovely Professional University. We are excited to have you with us and look forward to an engaging and insightful session. So sit back, relax, and let's dive into today's topic, that is soil and water conservation strategies for sustainable agriculture, a future need. Before we proceed further, allow me to introduce the experts of the day. Dr. Nitin Madan. He's the head of the Department of Soil Science and Agriculture Chemistry at Lovely Professional University. With over 15 years of teaching and research experience, he has published 22 plus research papers, 8 popular articles, 5 patents, and 2 book chapters. Dr. Madan has participated in over 7 national and international conferences and more. So now I would like to introduce the admission nominee also in this webinar, Mr. Chandan Agarwal. With 13 plus years of experience in career guidance and counseling, Mr. Chandan oversees outreach initiatives across Punjab and leads a call center team, driving admissions and enhancing the university reputation. Before we proceed further in today's session, I would like to request everyone for any questions you can write in the chat box or in the Q&A box, and same will be addressed from my side in the end of this webinar. Now I'm going to hand over this session to our expert, Dr. Nitin Madan, and it would be an absolute delight to listen from him. Over to you, Dr. Nitin Madan.
Thank you, Dr. Dalvinder ma'am. Thanks for your nice introduction. Myself, Dr. Nitin Madan Changade. I am associate professor as well as head of department in soil science and agriculture chemistry, lovely professional university. Today, I am going to deliver a webinar on soil and water conservation strategy for sustainable agriculture, a future need. Before going to the webinar, I would like to introduce just our department. Department of Soil Science and Agriculture Chemistry, is accredited by Indian Council of Agriculture Research. Indian Agriculture Council Research is a body which is give the accreditation to all the agriculture colleges as well as agriculture universities throughout the India. So in our department, we have the well experienced faculties, near about 21 faculties we have, and out of these, three are professors, and six associate professors, and 12 faculties are assistant professors. And these faculties is having more than 5 years experience, as per you can see here. There are five faculties are there which are having the more than 30 years experience, as well as one faculty is there which is having the 20 to 30 years experience. So we have the well experienced faculties in our department. This is all about our classrooms and the laboratories. We have two well enabled classrooms which is having the digital board and all the infrastructure, as well as seven well equipped laboratories. And these laboratories is having the sophisticated as well as the analytical instruments like a spectrophotometer, laminar airflow, flame photometer, nitrogen analyzers, and much more. As well as we have the three PG labs also. We used to arrange the various guest lectures or expert talk to enhance the knowledge of our students regarding the soil water conservation, soil management, soil health, heavy metals, as well as some of the mechanization related. So, and you can see here, these are the various guests comes from the various institutes as well as some of the industries. Then, apart from that, guest lectures, we used to organize the various events, workshops, and trainings. We every year we celebrate the some of the events like a World Water Day, World Soil Day, and the World Wetland Day. The main aim of this celebration of these days is to create the awareness among the students of the current scenario of natural resource management. Uh, you can see here we give the hands-on training to the students also. So whatever the theoretical parts they have learned, based upon the theoretical parts, whatever the field-based practicals are there, laboratory-based practicals are there. These practicals have been conducted in a field as well as in a lab. These are the some of the glimpses where the students are doing their practicals in a lab. Okay, coming to my topic, that is the soil conservation strategies. That is our future need. But before that, we should know why soil conservation is required. So soil conservation is required because we are losing the soil due to the soil erosion. So what is meant by soil erosion first? The soil erosion is nothing but the detachment, transportation, and deposition of soil particles from one place to another place due to the erosive agents such as wind and water. So obviously, when the soil is detached and moves from one place to another place, so along with that soil, we may lose some of the fertility as well as good type of soils, and this is very serious for our crop production as well as our future also. So you can see here, near about 40% of soil used in agriculture around the world is degraded or seriously degraded. This degradation is maybe due to the fertility practices, maybe due to the application of different amendments. Degradation may be due to the erosions. You can see that 70% of topsoil, that is the pieces layer generally used for the agriculture, this is also already gone. And examples we can say that in China, the river is there, that is Yellow River. In that river, near about 1.6 billion tons of soil lost into the lost and meet to the sea. So you can see that 1.6 billion tons of soil is lost every year. So this is too much loss of the soil. So yes, we can say that the soil erosion is very serious. You can see this is the overall map of world where we can demarcate the soil degradation status. Very degraded, degraded, stable soil and vegetations. So here you can see the red mark as well as the yellow mark is there. This is the degraded soil as well as the very degraded soil. So near about all the continents, all the area of the continents is covered by the degraded as well as very degraded soil. And this degradation or is happen due to the various causes. That causes may be the deforestation, maybe the overexploitation, overgrazing, industrialization, and various agriculture activities. Yes, agriculture activities are also responsible for the soil erosion as well as the soil degradations. Here you can see no one continent is free from the soil degradation. What will the effects of the soil erosion? If the soil erosion happen, then what will happen? So the topsoil is eroded, okay, which leads to the soil fertility and fall in agriculture productivity. If the erosion occurs, we will lose the soil fertility. Along with the soil fertility, we will lose the minerals. So flooding and leaching result in the loss of mineral and nutrients. As well as the when the good soil is lost, infiltration rate decreases, and due to that less infiltration rate, less percolation rate, the groundwater level is also lower down. Okay, and natural vegetation is also dries up, and due to this arid land may be expands. So due to this erosion, due to this runoff, due to this loss of fertility, we can say that that crop productivity also decreases, and frequency and intensity of flood and drought may be increases because they whatever the water is there, that water meet to the channel, then streams, then rivers, and meet to the sea. So there is less percolation or infiltration of the soil. So drought will be there, and there is no obstacle for the flowing water. So maybe the floods are increases there. The rivers and canals and tanks are silted. So if the soil is depositing into the rivers, canals, and the tanks, so its capacity, its storage capacity, its water holding capacity will be decreased. So this incidence is damaging. Power of landslide also increases. So we can say that whole economy will be suffers due to the this soil erosion. Who will be impacted most due to this soil erosion? Just I told you, no one continent is free from these problems. But the areas where the 75% topsoil is already has been lost, that area will be seriously impacted this erosion. Mostly it is we have seen in African countries, these are most of the topsoil has been lost. So these areas are impacting most. As well as soil erosion is also serious in China, India, and various part of the South America. So these are the various states, countries, and places which will be impacted most. Uh, then come to the India. So what about India? This is all the scenario of the world. But what is happening in India? So as you know, we have near about 2.4% of the area of total geographical area of the world. We have near about 329 million hectare areas. Okay, and out of these 329 million hectare areas, about one fourth of our total area is exposed to the wind and water erosion. It means that near about 80 million hectares area is exposed to wind and water erosion, and one eighth of the land this has undergoes a serious erosion. Serious erosion, it may be the gully erosion, maybe the ravines, maybe the coastal region erosions. This is one eighth of the land is undergoes a serious erosion. Wind erosion is serious problem in arid as well as the semi-arid parts of the northwest India, and about one ninth of the land is subject to severe wind erosion in Rajasthan as well as the adjoining areas of the Rajasthan like Punjab, Haryana, Gujarat, and the western Uttar Pradesh. Okay. It has also has been estimated that near about 34 lakh tons of fertile soil is removed by wind every year. So you can assume here about 34 lakh ton of fertile soil. If this soil is removed or eroded due to the wind erosion per year. So this is too much erosion occurs in India also. And the losses due to the wind erosion is near about 53.34 million hectares area. So water erosion, this much 53.35 million hectare area is under the water erosion, and under wind erosion, near about 34 lakh tons of fertile soil is lost. So yeah, we are also suffering the soil erosion problems very seriously. You can see here, these are the problems affected and area treated. So near about 50.20 lakh hectare, this much area is, we can say, the problematic area. Okay, problematic area, maybe saline soil, maybe alkaline soil, maybe erosion. Okay, as well as wetland, wasteland. Okay, all these areas, yes, about the 50 lakh hectare area. Out of these, only 247.84 lakh hectare area is treated. Treated, it means that the various conservative measures have been adopted into that area. Still, 15.02.4 lakh hectare area is again remain, still remain for the treatment. Okay, so we have to do the very much work or fast work to avoid the soil erosion problems. Uh, when we talk about the coastal area, so coastal area, that survey was done by the National Center for Coastal Research. Okay, this institute is under the Ministry of Earth Sciences. They did the survey of the coastal area, and they identified that near about 33% area has been surveyed. Okay, and sorry, 33% area is this area is observed as eroded. We have total coastal area is near about 7,517 kilometers. Out of this, only 6,031 kilometer area is surveyed, and out of this, they have identified that 33% area was found to be eroded. West Bengal recorded the highest erosion, for about 99 square kilometer of the land. Okay, in this is happened in last 26 years. Moreover, 29% of the coastal area also saw a gain in a soil or land accreditations. Okay, this is also another point is there. The erosion was more on the eastern coast side, the Bay of Bengal, rather than the western coast beside the Arabian Sea. So the report says that 2,156 kilometers of the country's surveyed coastline faced the erosion, while 1941 kilometers saw the accretions of the shores. So that is encroachment of that area on the shore. When we talk about the soil erosion status in the coastal areas, so West Bengal is facing near about 63% coastal area is facing the erosion. Pondicherry is 57%, Odisha is 28%, Andhra Pradesh is 27%. Okay, and when we come to the western coastline areas where the Kerala, Gujarat, Daman, Maharashtra, this area comes. So Kerala 40%, Gujarat 26% area. Okay, Diu and Daman, this is near about 26% area. It has the soil erosion problems. Maharashtra is near about 24%, Goa, okay, and all these. So you can see this is the area where the this area is also suffer due to the soil erosion problems. It is estimated that this is the data we have taken from the one of the books. Okay, so it is estimated that the total soil loss is occurs about 5,334 billion tons erosion occur. If you talk about this is 100%, then out of this 61% soil is transported from one place to another place. Okay, and near about 480 or we can say the 10%, 10% soil is deposited into the reservoir. When we talk about the 10% soil is deposited into the reservoir, it means that this soil is reducing the storage capacity of that particular reservoir. And remaining soil, that is 29% or 1,572 million tons, this much soil is lost into the sea. Uh, when we talk about the different catchment of India, there are various catchment that is snow-clad desert, Shivalika hills towards the north side, ravines of Chambal. Okay, Chambal that is in your Rajasthan sides. Chambal river is there, Western Ghat. Okay, so such kind of the catchment is there. And in this catchment, this is the figure which shows that this much soil lost per hectare per year. So snow-clad desert is just 5 tons per hectare per year. Shivalika hill 80 tons per hectare per year. Ravines of the Chambal that is 4 tons per hectare per year. So this data is for the 1 hectare area. You can see the 1 hectare area is about 2.5 acre area. On this area, this much soil lost every year. In Western Ghat, that is 20 to 30 tons per hectare per year. And the shifting cultivation in Northeast, that is near about 750 tons per hectare per year. So shifting cultivation is this is one of the practice is adapted into the Northeast region. So obviously, what they do, whatever the uh, that forest land is there, they cut that forest land and drag that land to the cultivation. And when the fertility of that soil lost, then they shift from that place to another place. So due to this, what happened? The more erosion is occurring in that particular region. So shifting cultivation in the northeast region, that is near about 740 tons per hectare per year. So soil is lost. Uh, that soil erosion problems in any sense uh, maybe occurs in a different regions overall the India. So that India is divided into the various regions based upon the problems occur in that regions. So we can say that North Himalaya regions. Generally, North Himalaya region, the soil erosion problem is there, but along with that, the hill slope, landsliding, filtration reservoir, overgrazing, deforestation, okay, mining, dredging pitches, such kind of problems are occur in that region. And Northeast Himalaya region also, there is a shifting cultivation, I just told you, you know, landslides, gullies, siltation of reservoir, and stream beds. Okay, so such kind of problems occur in that Northeast Himalaya region. Indo-Gangetic plains, sheet erosion, flood, okay, in Assam valleys, gully erosion and stream bank erosion. In desert area, shifting of sand dunes. So this is also one of the important problems occur in desert areas. Shifting of sand dunes, and due to the shifting of sand dunes, the whatever the cultural area is there, whatever the good quality of area is there, this area is coming under the that sand dunes, under the that desert depressions. Okay, so this is one of the problems in desert areas. Wind erosion, water stress, drought, overfishing. So such kind of problems are there. In a red, black, and yellow soil regions, generally lower part of the India, your Maharashtra, Karnataka, and in that size. Okay, so they are facing the problem of water stress, recurring drought, drainage problems. Okay, black soil is there, so the black soil is having the less infiltration rate, so the drainage problem is there, overgrazing, siltation. Okay, and black soil regions, most of the part of the Maharashtra and Karnataka, they are facing the sheet erosion problems, recurring drought problems. Okay, east red soil regions, south red soil regions, these are facing the similar problems like sheet erosion, the erosion, and the drought like that. And east and west coast, that is the coastal and saline region, soil region. Okay, so these are the various regions of India, and various problems occur in these regions. So by considering this region and the problems, the Indian Council of Agriculture Research have established the various research stations in the different regions. For the Chambal to overtake the relevant problems in Chambal River. There is one of the research station in Kota, one of the research station in Vasat, one research station in Agra, one research station in Dehradun, Chandigarh. So various research stations are there. These research stations are based working on the mandates or working on the problems of in that particular regions. So this is all about of our soil erosion, the status of soil erosion in the world, in India, as well as what are the problems occurring in the different regions. Okay, so this is the we have to control that erosion. Okay, and that erosion can be controlled when we adapted to various conservation practices. So, what is the conservation? That conservation is nothing but the development of the soil cover. When we develop the soil cover, then the direct impact of the erosive agents wind or water, it will be reduces. So there will be no direct contact, there will be no detachment of the soil particles, so maybe the soil can be conserved. As well as we have to create the obstacle for the flowing water. When we create the obstacle for the flowing water, then the infiltration rate will be increases. So increasing infiltration capacity to reduce the sheet and erosion and runoff is also the principle of the soil conservation. Improving the aggregate stability of the soil. Okay, this that water holding capacity as well as that percolation capacity, it has to be increased for the soil. So this is also considered as principle of soil conservation, and increasing the roughness surface to reduce the runoff velocity. Okay, so these are the principle of the soil conservation. Any structure, any practices will be depends upon these principles. So what is in the soil conservation? The soil conservation is the land preservation technique. Soil conservation is the prevention of soil from the deterioration as well as the soil losses. Soil conservation is nothing but the management of soil to prevent its destructions. Destruction may be due to the erosion, due to the flow channels, due to the industrialization, due to the deforestation, whatever it is. Soil conservation is to maintain the soil health. Soil conservation is to prevent the extensive damage due to the climatical factors. Soil conservation to protect the soil by growing vegetation, to cover the soil, to apply the good tillage practices, to reduce the surface runoff. So these all practices, we can say that these are the soil conservation practices. Out of these, one of the important parameters is there that to reduce the surface runoff. Okay, if we manage to reduce the surface runoff, then we can manage to avoid the erosion. We can manage to increase the water levels, increase the groundwater levels. We can manage to store that water there. Okay, so these are the various soil conservation techniques. Uh, Not only soil, we should talk about some of the water also. So, because we have to conserve the soil as well as the water. When we talk about the conservation of the soil, ultimately water will be conserved. When we think about the water conservation, we have to do some of the soil conservation practices. So, we should think about the water potential also. As you know, near about 71% space, this space is our global space is there. That is global space is occupied by the ocean, rivers, ponds, and glaciers. Okay, and whatever the water available over it, uh, out of these 100% waters, whatever 100% water available, out of this 97% water is non-potable. That water may be in the form of sea, that water may be in the form of glacier, that water may be in the form of moisture, that water may be in the form of any kind of thing. So 97% water we cannot use. Okay. And out of this water, only 4% fresh water is there, and that water is as a surface storage water or groundwater storage water. And this water we can use, but not all the 4%. Out of that 4%, only 1% water we can use. Okay, and yeah, 50% population of the world is depend on the groundwater. So most of all the areas, most of all the countries, states, groundwater extraction is more. And if the groundwater extraction is more, then obviously it has to be fulfilled also. Otherwise, uh, everywhere we will face the water scarcity problems. You can see here, uh, whatever the water is there, that is 4% water, fresh water is there, whatever we are expecting. Out of the 67% water is used for the irrigation purposes, is in the agriculture purposes, and 22% water is for the domestic purposes, and 11% water is used for the industry purposes. So this is utilization of water, whatever the water we have. Okay, and the groundwater is there, only 30% water is available in the groundwater. So yes, this is the facts. That is 23% of the total population that they do not have the access of drinking water services. Okay, and in a list developing countries, there are about 74% rural populations are there. They are living without the safe drinking water. Okay. And in India, about 80% population is depend upon the groundwater, and that 80% population is depend on the groundwater. Then 4% of global fresh water is in India there, and uh, we are in first in population. Means we are just whatever the water available in a globe. Out of this, only 4% water is available with India, and we are the first in population. So you can see that how much water requirement is there for India. One third population is living in a water stress region. Okay, and by the lapse of time, it is expected to increase. And over exploitation of groundwater is happening in various regions like Rajasthan, Punjab, Haryana, Maharashtra, and UP. Because they are extracting the groundwater level for the agriculture purposes, for the domestic purposes. And this is one of the important facts there. That is Chennai and Bangalore. These are the cities. These cities are expected groundwater overexploited, and we can see that the water level is reached up to the zero water levels. It means that below this level we cannot extract the water. So similarly, that Chennai, Bangalore, some of the cities are there. These cities are coming under the zero water levels. Zero water level. In 2000 to 2017, groundwater level is depleted by 61%, right? It means that only this in 10 years, the groundwater level is depleted near about 61%. And out of this, near about 90% water is used for the irrigation purposes. Okay, so this is the I can say that this is very serious concern about the water scarcity. So what amount of water we have, and what amount of water we are storing. Okay, and what will happen in future. So this is a very serious problem. To so we have to use some of the conservation strategies to avoid or to store these waters. These soil water conservation strategies will be depends upon these some of the parameters I told you. We have to reduce the runoff, as well as we have to increase the infiltration rate, increase the storage capacity, and as I told in previous slides, near about 90% water is used for the irrigations, as well as 67% water used for the agriculture purposes. So we can reduce this usage of water by using various micro irrigation systems. That micro irrigation system may be the drip irrigation systems, sprinkler irrigations, and like that. Okay. And okay, then coming to the water conservation strategies. So we have to conserve that soil and water by using various measures. That measures are agronomical measures, mechanical measures, as well as adapting some of the water harvesting techniques and soil water management practices. We can go through this in brief about these measures. What is agronomical practices? Agronomical practices maybe doing the various agriculture practices to avoid the runoff to increase the infiltration rate. Okay, and this maybe can be done by the various methods like a contour cultivation. Contour is you can say that a imaginary line which joins the equal elevations. It's on a ground surface. Whatever the equal points are there along that equal line, if we do the conservation practices, if we do the regime, if we do the tree plantation, if we do the cultivation, then it is called the contour. So contour cultivation, contour tree planting, contour regime, this can be done. You can see here in one of the in this image, this contour cultivation is done. And strip cropping, in this strip cropping is also important because the strip cropping is retard the runoff. It decrease the runoff rate. So this strip cropping is also done along the contour line. So contour strip cropping in a field strip cropping means that perpendicular to the field slope, buffer strip cropping, as well as the wind strip cropping. So various such kind of agronomical measures we can do, and we can conserve the soil as well as we can conserve the waters. Apart from these contour and the conservation practices, we should go for the crop rotation, mulching, then some of the good drainage practices, okay, like flowing across the flow, flowing along the contour line, as well as minimum tillage or low tillage is one of the important practices. So these practices is there. These practices we can do for the soil and water conservation. But this it has some limitations. This can be applicable when the slope is less, as well as where the rainfall is also less. But what happens if the rainfall or the slope is increases? So yeah, you can see here some of the clippers of some of the pictures which shows the contour region, crop rotation, mixed cropping, and multiplication. Okay, but this just I told you that agricultural practices is having some of the limitations. But if we when the slope is more, when the rainfall is also more, okay, so at that instant we have to go for the engineering or mechanical methods. Engineering or mechanical measures, it will have some of the specific dimensions. Some of the earthwork is there. Okay, so these are not that much economical compared to the agricultural practice. So the main purpose of these engineering and mechanical methods are to use that retain the water, as well as it is used to reduce the slope. Okay, we can reduce the slope also by constructing these mechanical methods. Create the obstruction for the runoff. Okay, and these are constructed in high slope that is more than 5% slope, as well as heavy rainfall areas. It is constructed. But while constructing such kind of engineering measures, that soil depth and topography is also taken into consideration. So, just I told you, these are the some of the dimensions, and the dimensions, technical dimensions, some of the earthwork is required. So, some cost is also much more cost is required. So these are the mechanical measures like a bunding, contour burn, gradle burn, okay, as well as terracing, different types of terraces, and level bed terraces, irrigation bed terraces, such kind of terraces we can construct, as well as for the safety disposal of excess water, we can construct the grass water ways. These are the examples of the engineering methods you can see here. This is first image. You can see this is staggered trenches. Okay, staggered trenches. Trench, such kind of trench is there, which is nothing but the pits are constructed across the slope. Okay, that pits may be constructed along the contour line across. So it is called as a continuous contour trenches. Mm, if it's constructed in staggered manner, it is constructed called as a staggered trenches. Okay, and again it has some of the specific dimensions. Another one is this is the terracing. Okay, the terracing will be broad-based terraces, narrow-based terraces, okay, inward sloping-based terraces, outward sloping-based terraces, depending upon the region and depending upon the that type of soil. That contour band I just told you that these are constructed in areas where the rainfall is less than 600 mm and sloping up to the 6%. These are not that much used, or we can say that it is not that much practically feasible in a black cotton soil areas, because black cotton soil is having the property. that when it dry, it forms a crack, and when it wet, it expands. So this is the expansion and that contraction, and the cracks are formed to the soil. So then what when the water, if the water stored at the upstream, that water may be moved from the cracks and that but may be damages. So it is avoided there. When design of the when we talk about the design criteria of the control fund, then control fund we have to consider such kind of parameters, right? Like land submergence. Suppose the water is stored at the upstream side, then we have to provide some of the design outlet, or we have to provide some of the surplus arrangement, so that that burn can be stable. Otherwise, that burn will be damaged. Okay. If we using that burn for the water conservation purposes only, then we have to use some of the crops. Specific crops are there, as well as the dimensions will be designed accordingly, and that burn should be economical. Okay. So obviously, when we do some of the dig out and the placement of the soil, so it requires some of the earthwork. So yeah, it should be economical and critical length. Yeah, water will be when water will be stored at the upstream side, then that water may be stored for the more volume of water stored to the length more, and that may be damage the bonds. So we have to fix some of the critical length. That is the design part of the that control bonds. And seepage consideration. That water which is stored at the upstream side should not be seeped and should not be reached to the lower side of that pond. Otherwise, that pond will be that moves along with the water. So that seepage consideration also important. When we talk about the terracing is nothing but the stair-like structure or platform-like structures constructed in a hilly area where the slope is more than 10%. Okay, these are important for the to drag the land under the cultivation as well as to reduce the slope. But these practices is not possible in flat or crop lands. Okay, or where soil depth is insufficient. Okay, again, it requires a huge earthwork, so it is much more costlier than the control bond as well as the agronomical measures. Mm, Apart from this terracing and that control bond, some of the structure we have to construct along the gully bed so that we can avoid the gully and expansion, as well as we can store the waters and we can conserve the soil. So for that purpose, the check dam is there, loose boulder dam is there, lock check dam is there. You can see at the bottom. This is the check dam. Okay, where the available stones are there. That stones are placed in a gully bed. This bottom figure is there, where the wooden pegs are there or timbers are there. These are fixed into that gully bed, and brush branches of the trees or like that is placed at the upstream side. So when the water comes into that channel, that water will be stopped, or some of the obstacle will be created for the flow waters, and infiltration will be increased. You can see this is also some of the structure. Is a stone bund. This stone bund is to be constructed along the means in a gully bed in a series manner. In a series manner. And this another is there, where the soils or sand from that channel is to be filled into the fill into the that gunny bags, and it is placed across the uh, gully beds. Yeah, you can see this is the some of the conservative measures, in situ water conservative measures, and where water can be stored there only. Stagger trenches, half moon ponds, as well as micro catchment area there, is semicircular burn, stone burn. So such kind of various water conservation structures are there. This can be constructed to store the water there only. Okay, and to conserve the water. As well as you know, the rainwater harvesting or rooftop water harvesting technique. This is also one of the important, where the roof water is to be collected on a roof, and then that water is diverted to the piping network into the filter media. That filter media is filled with the help of various that boulder, sand, and small particles. After the filter water is to be transferred into the that our storage tank. These are some of the pictures which is floated into the various newspapers. I have just collected for your information. Why the water harvesting is important. as well as soil conservation is important. रेन वॉटर हार्वेस्टिंग सिस्टम से बर्बाद नहीं होता पानी. तुम्ही एवढंच करा, छतावरचे पाणी जमिनीत मिरवा. Okay, rainwater harvesting can be secure for futures. Okay, so uh, government as well as various organizations are doing, they are doing their best to conserve the soil and water. But yes, it is our moral responsibility also. We have to go, we have to use the water judiciously as well as we have to conserve the soil also. So yeah, this is all about of our topic. Now topic is open for the discussion. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Nitin Vadan. So now I would request to our admission nominee, Mr. Chandan Agarwal, to be on the screen. Over to you, Mr. Chandan Agarwal.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you, Nitin sir, for sharing your insights. So, very
Thank
warm
you, sir.
evening to everyone. I would like to share few points related to the university and as well as what are the process, what process need to be followed to take the admissions and other process. So, I hope my screen is visible. So, it's an India's largest university. Perhaps it's a largest number that we are catering in a single place. That is 30,000 plus students are studying in a single campus, and those are from 50 plus countries. This university was established in 2005, where we are offering 200 plus programs across 40 plus disciplines. It's not only concern about the academic excellence, but we have a number of industry partnerships and global exposure. Moving further, everybody knows about National Assessment and Accreditation Council, right? So we have been graded highest grade, that is A plus plus, which is again with a 3.68 score on the scale of 4, right? So amongst all private universities in India. Moreover, not only this, as we were discussing about soil and related to agriculture, so proudly saying, obviously university is approved from UGC, not only UGC, but they have awarded category 1 graded autonomy status to us. And most important thing related to agriculture aspect, as sir has already shared that we are ICAR approved university. But not only this, we are the first university in India where the whole school of agriculture has been approved, including all MSCs and BSc programs. We are offering 8 MSc programs. So we'll discuss step by step. Not only this, if I talk about the management and engineering perspective, we are NBA accredited and certain other accreditations as approvals on your screen you can witness wherever you think. If somebody is thinking for architecture, we have approval from Council of Architecture. Somebody is thinking about pharmacy, we have approval from Pharmacy Council of India. So similarly, whichever discipline you are interested for, almost in all the disciplines we have a required approvals and accreditation, and those accreditations are actually plays an important role for fetching the good positions in the corporate jobs, as well as you all will be eligible for the government jobs. So as far as if I'll talk about the NARF ranking, which is again if I talk about LPU's NIRF ranking, which is 27th amongst all government and private universities in India. So further few rankings on your screen, you can witness these rankings. These are certain memberships that we are associated with. And most important, we are, as I already shared, we are not working with the academic excellence. There are so many facilities within a campus that we are providing. So modern infrastructure is there, extensive libraries are there, advanced labs are there, and sports complex, swimming pools, gym facilities. There are so many things, right? So you can see you have a glimpse of LPU sports section. Just have a look. Research and innovation. If I talk about this, 26,500 plus publications so far, 178,644 Scopus citations, and there are many more. You can see, yes, placements plays a vital role for any of the university, and proudly saying students comes to us just because of the placements, right? So not only the private, but in the government sector as well. So you can see Vamsi Reddy got placed at the package of 1 crore, which is a dream package even for IITians. Still, our students are getting these much packages. Not only this, if you can further focus on the Hari Krishna Mahato who got 64 lakh and then 62.72 lakh by the Arjun, and there are so many other examples, right? So recently, this student had got 2.5 crore package as a senior principal AI and robotics engineer, which is a domestic package and that even above the imagination, that is 2.5 crore CTC. That is a big thing, right? So similarly, placements, as I already sharing, celebrated 1.2 crore package at the 1700 students securing jobs over 10 lakh rupees. I'm again emphasizing 1700, not 1 or 2 or 10 or 20. It's 1700 students secured jobs over above 10 lakh, which is again a dream, still a dream for few institutions, few students, those who are dreaming for taking a higher education. They are concerned about their placements. So you are, if you are concerned about your jobs, do prefer LPU. We assure you that if you'll be putting your best efforts, you'll be getting a good uh, position, good designation with the good package as well. Exciting placements highlights. You can see few other success stories also on your screen. So it is a very happening campus. As I again emphasizing, not only academic excellence, there are so many things to do, right? Visitors, you can see Coke Studio, it used to be live sometimes in the campus. There are so many other things to do within a campus. Most important thing for any of the universities, what kind of scholarships they are offering. So proudly saying, being a part of university, so scholarships, we are considering each and every perspective. If you are having a good something you have done well in sports, cultural, entrepreneurship, even cultural achievement, social service, or anything, if you have done good, you have certificates, just share with us. Our concerned department will share the scholarships, and that is up to 100% in certain cases, and that too with the free of cost accommodation, right? So it is even up to 9.52 lakh per student for the top scoring applicants. So moving further, there are two new scholarships which have been introduced this year, Rakshak Samman and Shikshak Samman. What is that? So if any students' parents are working as a teacher, and in that case, 20% additional scholarship would be given to those, right? For the teachers' ward, 20% aid is there. Similarly, if anybody belongs to a defense family, then up to 50% aid for the defense families. So as you can see on your screen, few every renowned faces, everybody can recognize these faces. They were the sports winner in the Olympics at international level. Yes, they were the part of LPU. They are the alumni of LPU. So see the kind of level and the platform that we are providing to our students. So now let's go live. Before there is a one website I would like to share about that. Just one moment. Yeah, this one. So this is a schools.lpu.in. If you see agriculture, as I already said, approved by the ICAR, and all whole school is approved by the ICAR. So again, focus on the amount of the packages. So those packages were for BTech, but this is again 19.25, which is again a good package, I must say, a salary package offered to the agriculture students. And similarly, the top 10% of students got, this is the average package, 8.27 is the average for this. And see, these are the few agriculture related companies which are coming to the campus, or our students are placed in these companies, right? And these are the few agriculture related students, those who are success stories, I must say, you can witness. See, similarly, if I talk about the labs, just have a glimpse of the lab. Bee farming, poly houses within a campus. These all things are available within a campus. 300 plus acre land is dedicated to farming, practical of farming, farming land we are having. See the land.
Hello, Chandan sir. Hello.
Maybe there is some network issue. So can we take
Okay.
questions?
Yes, ma'am.
Can we take question? Thank for giving me chance to address your question. Now let's start with first question. Gurpreet is asking here, why is the soil and water conservation critical for the future of sustainable agriculture?
Very good questions. Just I told you, my presentation. There about 70% topsoil has been washed. Is that soil is lost due to the erosion, that water erosion or wind erosion. So if we lost the fertile soil in such a rate, then obviously in future also we will face the agriculture productions. And our now we are in first in population, so we will not able to feed the that this increased population. So to avoid this, we have to increase our production, and production will be increased only when we use the soil and water conservation practices.
Thank you so much. I hope Gurpreet you got your answer from our expert Dr. Nitin Badan. Mr. Chandan Agarwal, are you there?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, now it is. I lost the connection. Sorry.
No problem. You can continue.
Yeah, sorry for the inconvenience.
No
So I was showing uh, the how to apply for this university. So there is a website. Just one moment. Here it is. lpu.in. Once we click on the lpu.in, you can see certain options. These kind of options will open under the admission tab. If we are interested for UG program, BSc programs, then we need to click after 10 plus 2 program here on regular programs. If we are interested in post graduation program, then we are supposed to click here.
So your
So
screen is not
once we
visible.
click, again it is not visible.
Share your screen.
Is it visible now?
Yes, you can continue.
So under the admission tab, if we are interested for BSc programs, we need to click after 10 plus 2. If we are interested for master's program, we need to click for this tab, right? Once I click on the regular program, you can see all 8 MSCs which we are offering. It will be reflecting here after clicking on the agriculture. As soon as I'll click on the agriculture, you can see all 8 MSc specialization that we are offering. Yes, we are also offering MSc soil science in agriculture. So if as soon as I click on this, the eligibility criteria is we need to have at least 55% marks in the grad, either in the BSc Agriculture or in BSc Agriculture Honors, which should be a 4-year program or equivalent, right? If you have any other degree related to these two, then you need to send us the documents and then we'll check. Then there is a one test which we conducting acting as eligibility test, right? This you have to qualify before the admissions. So for this, the application fee would be 1000, and you can see the button apply now here. By clicking on this, you just landing to the application part. Here you need to register by the entering the name, email ID, and the basic details, right? And your mobile number, OTP, state, and qualification. As soon as you click on apply now, your form will start, and then there you can need to pay a 1000 fee, and then you can continue with the form. So if I talk about further about this test, question paper pattern, syllabus, sample question, and test cities would be already given here. You can choose, you can check the syllabus, you can check the question paper pattern here, and probably there is a one more benefit. We don't have any negative marking in that. And from which, let's say if I belongs to Madhya Pradesh, then I can appear there only. I need not to come down to the campus. So these are the certain benefits. This is a fee structure. As I said, we have offering a very good scholarship up to the 100%, as I said, right, on the basis of university toppers, and uh, you can see. top 50 NIRF NAC A++ universities. On the basis of LPU Nest, we have further segregated the scholarship into four categories: category A, B, C, D. So if your score lies between 87 to 97, cutoff will be between 87 to 97 out of 100. If you'll be able to score this much, you'll be lying in the category A scholarship, which means you will be getting 60% scholarship, and applicable fee in that case would be 48,000. And once you will be eligible for any scholarship, that will be applicable for all semesters, not for 1 or 2 semesters. Similarly, we are not considering only this LPU Nest, but if you have a good percentage in your graduation, that is 95% or above, even then you will be eligible for this scholarship. Or if you are having 98% or above in your 10+2, even then you will be eligible for this scholarship. Similarly, for category B, which means 45% scholarship, then applicable fee would be 66,000. In that case, you will be eligible for 54,000 per semester scholarship, right? For that, you need to, again, you must have 95 to 97.99 percentage in 10+2, or not, and or if you have 90% above in graduation, or if you will be able to score, if you don't have these much score in your grad or +2, but if you'll be able to score good in LPU Nest exam, that is cutoff may will be from between 74 to 84, 5 to 10 marks variation would be there in the cutoff. In that case, the applicable fee would be 66,000. For you will be eligible for category B cutoff. Similarly, for category C cutoff, which means again 35% scholarship would be given per semester, which means 42,000, and in that case, applicable fee would be 78,000. So again, 12 percentage required for this scholarship is above 90, or graduation percentage is required above 80. If you don't have both of these, then on the basis of LPU Nest, if you'll be able to score between 61 to 71, cutoff will be there, then you'll be eligible for this much scholarship. And last but not least, category D, we require 80 plus in 10+2, or 70 plus in graduation, or 45 to 55 marks. It cutoff lie between 45 to 55 in that case out of 100. Then you will be eligible for 25% scholarship, and in that case applicable fee would be 90K. But in return, what you will be getting: best placements, better exposure, overall personality grooming, and with the best lab facilities that we are having in campus. So overall, these things also matters while appearing in the interview, while going into the industry. We are very closely associated with the industry. So thank you so much, Dalvinder ma'am, giving us the opportunity to interact with the students. So that is it from my side. Thank you. And apply for LPU as soon as possible, because we are left with the very few seats in case of MSc. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Chandan Agarwal and Dr. Nitin Madan. As we come to the end of this webinar, I want to express my deepest gratitude to our experts for sharing their valuable insights and expertise with us. Your presence, enthusiasm, and active participation have made this experience truly special. Hopefully, the attendees found this webinar to be valuable and will be able to utilize the information for better decision making regarding admissions. If anyone wants to access this webinar again, they can visit our website, that is lpu.in, or can be accessed on YouTube also. Stay connected with us for future webinars. Until we meet again, with the permission of my seniors, I would be signing off this webinar. Take care and goodbye. Have a beautiful day.